This is exercise C2 in Excel. So we are going to open exercise C2. In step 1B, we enter a formula in cell B10 that totals the number of employees. This is cell B10. If we want to total the number of employees, we go to the sum button and select sum. We make sure that these are the cells that we do in fact want to sum, and we hit the enter key. In step 1C, we're creating a formula in cell C5 that calculates the monthly insurance premium for the accounting department. Here is cell C5. To calculate the monthly insurance premium, we multiply B5 always times B14, and that will give us the number that we want. So I put the cursor here. I do an equal sign. I select this cell times that cell and hit enter. When I go back to look at my formula, I can see it in the formula bar. What I need to do is add an absolute reference to cell B14, because I'm always going to want to multiply a value times this monthly premium amount in B14. I hit enter, the formula sticks. In step 1D, I want to copy this formula I just created all the way down to C10. Notice that B14 is always selected. B14. B14. That's because we use the absolute reference. The absolute reference is indicated by the $sign in front of B and the $sign in front of cell 14. In step 1E, I want to format the range C5 through C10 using accounting number formula. Format. So I select it, and up on the toolbar in the numbers area, there's accounting number format. I just click it. Step 1F, I want to add a comma style. So I just move my cursor over and I add a comma style. Notice that the only item is the total that gets the comma, because it's in the thousands range. In step 1G, I reduce the number of decimals in cell B14 to 0. So I select B14, and on the toolbar, decrease decimal twice. Now I have no decimals. Step 2A, select the range of cells containing the column labels in row 4. Here's row 4. These are my column labels. Change the font of the selection to Times New Roman. So I select the font from this menu at the top, and I scroll down and I find Times New Roman. In step 2C, I increase the font size of the selection to 12 points. 12 points. I increase the font size of the label in cell A1 to 14 points. This is cell A1, and now it is 14 points. In step 3A, I apply bold and italic to cell A1. Bold and italic. In step 3B, I use the merge and center button because I want to center life insurance premiums, cell A2, over cells A, B, and C. So I select cells A, B, and C and I find the Merge and Center button on the toolbar. I apply italic font style to my selection in step 3C, and I add bold font style to the labels in row 4. Here's row 4, these are the labels, and I'm going to bold them. Step 3E, use the Format Painter to copy the format in cell A4 to the range A5 through A10. Here is cell A4. I pick up the style with the Format Painter by clicking it, and then I just drag over A5 through A10, and it applies the format that I picked up from cell A5. Step 3F, apply the format in cell C10 to B14. I click cell C10, pick up the format with the Format Painter, and apply it to cell B14 by clicking on it. In step 3G, I change the alignment of cell A10 to right align. A10. Here's the right align button. Select the range of cells containing the column labels, then center them. These are the column labels, and this is the center button. Remove the italic font from the Life Insurance Premiums label, then increase the font to size 14. So no more italicizing, but I do want to change the size to 14. In step 3J, move the Life Insurance Premiums label to cell A3. Since I have it selected, I can move over the bottom border until I get this four-sided arrow. Click and drag down to cell A3. Then add bold and underline font styles. Bold, underline. In step 4A, I resize column C to a width of 10.71 characters. Here's column C. If I click over the right edge of it, I can expand it very slowly and carefully to 10.71 characters width and let go of my mouse. In step 4B, use the AutoFit feature to resize columns A and B. If I select columns A and B's headers and then move to the right side of column B, I can double click. And what that does is it auto fits columns A and B to fit and accommodate the largest text in each of those fields. In step 4C, I clear the contents of cell A13. A13 is here. I right click on it and I can choose Clear Contents from the menu. In step 4D, I change the text in cell A14 to Monthly Insurance Premium. Next, I change the width of the column to 25 characters. This is column A. I can click on the right border of the header and pull it in very carefully to 25 character width. In step 5A, insert a new row between rows 5 and 6. If I want to insert a new row between 5 and 6, I highlight the last row, number 6, right-click, and choose Insert from the menu. Add a new department. In step 5B, add a new department, Charity, to the newly inserted row. I type Charity. Enter 6 as the number of employees in the department. 6. Step 5C, copy the formula in cell C7 to C6. So I highlight C7 and use the fill handle at the bottom right corner to drag and copy the formula to C6. 5D, add the following comment to cell A6, new department. So I right-click on cell A6 and I choose Insert Comment from the menu. I can delete all of the text that's currently in the comment and add new department. Next, I right-click on the cell and I choose to show comments. Now my comment appears. I can click and drag it out of the way. Step 5E. Add a new column between the Department and Employees columns with the title Family Coverage. Here's Department. Here's Employees. I right-click on the header for Employees and Insert. Then I type Family Coverage as my new header. And then I use the AutoFit feature, which just simply means move to the right of the cell that I want to size until I get the double pointed arrow and double click. Step 5F. Delete the legal row from the worksheet. Row 7 is the legal row. I right-click on it and I choose Delete. Move the value, step 5G, move the value in cell C14 to B14. This is C14. Move to the bottom of the cell till I get the four-sided pointed arrow and drag to B14.